Greetings there, my fellow Eldritch Guards. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, episode 96, Rejecting the Void. Alright, main entryway is still basically just torched and not suffering any direct attacks. And then as soon as the side path is, where can... Trying to think of where ink can go. I'm going to undraft and have him move the sight stealer that is blocking the door. So it can close and... Okay, yep, we have closed the breach. So I will have C-Panda babysit this door to make sure it doesn't fall. And... other than Mikas, I'm going to have everyone get dismissed. Mikas is coming up here to make sure that the mechs are controllable. It just realized I am missing 2 holes here. So Fred, I'm gonna have Fred patch those holes up. I probably have a bunch of holes in my walls that I just haven't discovered yet, because they decided to attack through them. So this is going to become a vector for incursions in a minute. I'm going to send some backup to try to get Featherfall access to patch that hole. Other holes patched. Let's do a quick perimeter check. So there's another one here that we know about. This Noctil doesn't seem to be attacking anything here, so that's fine. We lost a cable here, but that's not a big deal. Greg, thank you for the resub. C-Pan is patching up the holes here. There's a hole here, but that's part of the double wall. That's not a problem. They were chewing on the geothermal generator pathing, but that, again, also not a problem. So yeah, I think most of the holes in the base are resolved. We still have sight stealers trying to come into the base, but I have drafted the mechs into position, and that will allow my soldiers to take a little bit of a break. Okay. Joker, thank you for the gifted subs, by the way. Cheers. Who's starving? C-Panda? C-Panda, why don't you go eat? So the Southern Fire Maze is just about out of fuel, but the mechs will have it covered. Why are you vomiting? Oh, pregnancy. Yeah, morning sickness. That will happen. The next thing we're going to want to deal with is the metal horrors. And what I can do for the metal horrors is just do traditional shelling. And maybe try to pair the traditional shelling with releasing a Doomsday Launcher at the same time. Just as like, just because we can. So that's what I intend to do, is release a giant mega barrage on them all at once. For fun. I'm going to try to get Fred to patch this hole. He might get attacked by the things in the dark. Yep. but not too badly. Oh, Sea Panda 2. Whoa, Sea Panda, you are nowhere where I want you to be. Because you were removal of zone restrictions. That's my fault. Let's get you back into the base. Okay, I think all of the holes to our perimeter are done and patched. I'll start hauling away the corpses, and then I'm going to have Sea Panda illuminate the southern maze so that we can refuel it. How injured are you still? Not very. A little bit of damage to one of your bionic legs. Could be worse. So all three mortars are going to be firing on the metal horrors here. And then, as far as Doomsday launchers, I'm lazy, so I'm going to do it like this. Blink. Critical. Non-biocoded Doomsday launchers, and let's also do triples. So our triples and Doomsday launchers will be pulled out. I mean, I can see some of them, but they'll be pulled out of the stockpile so that I can more easily equip them. Alright, let's get illuminated so we can rearm the nice flame farm. I'm going to change the valid path. Actually, I need to open up the north path first, and then close the southern path so we can rearm it. Interesting how corpses can overflow. Yes, if there's no room for it, they just like spill over to the nearest adjacent empty tile. Which can be a real pain sometimes when they sit in doorways. Not too much cleanup to be done here. Oh, we never closed that either. Man, I'm really bad at flipping doors. Fred, I need you. So once everything has been reset, we'll get ready for the big finale. They haven't actually hauled... Oh, that's biocoded. Fine. I'll use the search tool. Dooms. So there's 2 Doomsday launchers and 1 triple launcher that we can use. So I'll probably just use one of the Dooms, leaving the other one alone. I do find it interesting that despite the 100% all the time meditation scheduling, Sea Panda is just not meditating. Sea Panda is just like, I don't feel like it. Okay, we have got the maze nice and reset. So the next step is to pick our best shooters. Well, actually, I might wait for the Sea Panda Psy Focus to get back up a little bit more. And then pick our best shooters, and then one with the Doomsday Launcher, and make the Metal Horrors regret fighting us. Can't I order them to meditate? You mean like right-click meditate? Meditation is, and this is true of all recreation, recreation can't be forced in a right-click way. You can't directly order anyone to recreate or meditate. So no, I can't. I could zone restrict him to the area, but that doesn't stop him from necessarily just like falling asleep on the floor or something like that. So it'll happen when it happens. So about the best shooters, Mikus is a 20, Tequila Jane's an 18, Guero's a 19, Red's a 20. So maybe Red, Guero, and Mikus will man the mortars. You can force them to read books, that might not count. True, I wouldn't count that. Reading books isn't always recreation, which is why I wouldn't count it. Because there's a lot of books that aren't recreation books, which is why it's the exception. Even though you can technically read a recreation book in that way. I think they designed it so that it wasn't confusing to why you couldn't read certain books. Because if they didn't have it so that all books were could right-click read, it would probably cause unnecessary levels of confusion, which is why they coded it as an exception. Alright, so Psy Focus is getting up there. Let's get the mortars ready. Alright, all three mortars are ready. And I'm just gonna tell them to like force target the same spot, more or less. And then I'm gonna have Sea Panda grab the really damaged Doomsday Launcher. Sea Panda has the ability to make herself invisible, so she's gonna be the ideal person to take this shot. So that the Metal Horrors don't move around. Do I have low food? Yeah, a little bit. It's more, yet another one of the reasons why I'm trying to wrap this up. So that I can get back out and start hunting again. Alright, the timing of this is going to be a little tricky. I think I'll do the Doomsday Launcher first. And then, right as the Doomsday Launcher's going, I'll start firing. Okay, that was a pretty good hit. Most of the Metal Horrors are damaged. My Brawlers are going to report to the maze. And then my non-artillerymen will as well. And they all just fired, so everyone can go to the maze. Sea Panda goes for the rifle again. Okay, yeah, the shelling was not that helpful. In fact, it just damaged my own walls more than anything else. But at least it sent the Metal Horrors scrambling. And I'm not going to bother setting my maze on fire, because I don't think it's necessary for the amount of Metal Horrors coming. We'll just kill them the old-fashioned way. bullets. Ooh. Drea, or Devil Eyes, almost lost an eye. So I'm gonna have him swap out for Ink. His bionic eye just about got ripped out of his face. It's not good. You hate metal horrors? I don't mind them so much. They're interesting, they're different. They're an amalgamation of horror and robot, right? They're not like truly mechanoid, but they're definitely not organic either, which makes them pretty interesting in their uniqueness. All right, that is done. Let's go ahead and patch ourselves up. And then fix everything that got damaged. Mostly the walls that we shelled ourselves. Wouldn't mind rearming the mortars as well. I'll have the... Oh, you're in a bioskull pod. Yeah, that's why I can't order you anywhere. I'll have Swanky do it. It's good to have the mortars ready to fire. Alright. All now that is left is to push towards the Void Monolith. Looks like most people are idle, so seems to be a good time. I'm going to reconvene everyone to come escort Sea Panda. Kind of looks like a creepy demonic disco ball, in my opinion. And here we go. Disco time. Sea Panda has finished activating the Void Monolith. I am going to touch the Void Node. So this is the last entity, the Void Node. A roiling sphere of twisted psychic energy powered by nearby architect machinery. It's one part of a bridge from our world into the Black Void. A sphere of writhing psychic energy rises before Sea Panda. Sea Panda feels the presence inside her mind, deeper than any normal human sense. She stands on the shoreline of an infinite black ocean of power. It beckons her in. Nearby architect devices support the sphere along fragile connections. Sea Panda could disrupt them, closing this link between worlds. Or she could step into the sphere and merge with the Void. It is unknown what dark power she could be gained from such an inhuman act. We, of course, are disrupting the link. The psychic flows destabilize and the twisted machinery screams. The swirling void flickers. Sea Panda feels it shuddering and collapsing into itself. The metallic cavern begins to twist reshaping like the chamber of a massive heart. Before Sea Panda has a chance to scream, she blinks out of existence. Sea Panda has rejected the void. Her story continues. Reputation with everyone has gone up a whole lot because we've destroyed the Void Monolith. Sea Panda has returned to us. Sea Panda... yeah, okay. Sea Panda has reappeared. She is weary from her efforts, but otherwise healthy. By closing the channel to the Void, Sea Panda has stopped any more unnatural phenomena from entering our world. Hostile entities in the area have fallen to the ground lifeless. Tales of her heroism are sure to spread far and wide. There's also these void fragments to be studied. But as you can see, the entire map is now devoid of entities. So the remaining time in the stream, and I'll revert over to the goals real quick. The goals was to defeat the Void, to protect innocent lives, and to ascend to the highest rank in the Shattered Empire. There's still more ranks that I could ascend to. So that Sea Panda is max rank, but I would very much be interested in other people gaining or currying additional favor, because one of the main goals of the series was to try to stabilize the planet and restore the Shattered Empire to its former glory. So that is the remaining time that I'm going to spend, is essentially to patch the Shattered Empire together as much as I can, fulfilling their quests and responding to, you know, requests for help and things of that nature. So these monolith fragments are broken off fragments of the Void Monolith, and they can be studied to learn more about the Void phenomena. So these are essentially a way that if you don't... their purpose, more or less, is if you haven't finished your anomalous research projects, it allows you to continue also studying the collapsed monolith. There is a lot of cleanup to do. So in terms of the world map, there's 2 ancient complexes. We don't have any outstanding quests at the moment. Also, I'm not planning on leaving, but there is the landed ship. If I had more time, I would consider it, but there's just not the amount of time to spin up an entire reactor. Guarding. Oh, White Dominion needs help. So 2 extracted prisoners, and they're blood rotten. I accept with devil eyes. And I just so happen to have a prison that holds 2 people. So that kind of oddly works out. Joe True, thank you for the resub too. And all of your, no, everybody here, all of your support. Cheers. I had mentioned that we were relatively low on food, so hunting should be in order. And I don't need the sun lamp anymore, I can destroy it. Wouldn't be a terrible idea, especially given that I have the security door here, to put, just because I think I'm going to be soon in need of rice, to put, a rice growing fertile zone here. And also to call in our allies for bulkage trading. Alright, 3 caravans coming in. So these guys, Bard and Peters, are just going to be tended with herbal meds. That's fine. They don't need better. My lord, is it dirty out here. I'm also hauling in the signal chips that we've left out there since we called in the Diaboluses to deal with the void enemies. They've been just out there for like the entire void fight. Might be good to raise hauling priority? No, it's fine. I don't necessarily need them to haul corpses. As long as we're not hanging out where the corpses are for very long, should be fine. One thing I will want to do, though, is, we are completely out of plasteel. So, getting remote drill site would be pretty useful, I think. Because we're not going to be able to make advanced components or anything with plasteel like Locust Armor without a new source of it. We'll be able to get a little bit of plasteel off of shredding the Diaboluses and the like. But, so there's some plasteel here. This might be the easiest plasteel to get to. Although this plasteel's not too hard to get to, where we used to have a drill site. So maybe I'll put the drills back up there. Then move the unstable power cell and get them going. The NPM is off? They are... Yeah, true. I was gonna say they are, but it's not Paralicabacia. They're just disabled. What do we want to feed them, though? I'm gonna put, I guess, meat in there, because we're kind of short on most ingredients. But I don't want twisted meat. In fact, I might want to do something about this twisted meat, because I have, like, an immense amount of it, and it's filling up my stockpiles. I'm gonna put 5,000 of it in a transport pod, and I am not sending it to anyone, because I don't want people to eat it. I'm just gonna send it into the middle of nowhere to rot. Pods and bugs. So this is from White Dominion again, and I have to provoke an infestation of 21 hives, and I get 2 cataphracts. I definitely will be doing this as well, but I want to wait a little bit for us to... Because we're about to get a bunch of insect meat, I need to get rid of some of this twisted meat first. Because if I get slapped with a whole bunch of insect meat plus the twisted meat, then we're not going to have anywhere to put the meat. Which is a problem in its own right. Twisted meat to chem fuel? I already have a ton of chem fuel. I could keep making more, but my chem fuel stockpiles are already completely full. So my need of chem fuel is pretty much already met. We also probably want to round up all the shards, because if we're trying to protect the world from the void, leaving shards around... Again, this is role-playing, but leaving shards around is a potential vulnerability to, like... We don't want cultists to have access to cult materials in order to revive the void cult. Sounds like a bad idea. Alright, over here. So this is cremate corpse of human likes. So I'm going to do a cremate corpse of entities. I'm going to do a new bill. Cremate corpse forever of rotten entities anywhere. So that we slowly clean up all the entity corpses on the map tile. Seriously. They're at it again. Don't rest next to one another. Dear Lord, learn a lesson. I'm going to quickly save and load. I'm kind of curious if a result of me winning the game, music stopped. Because I don't think I've heard a song out of RimWorld since we beat it. And now there's music. It's possible that the game is set up to like play the credits music and then not play any follow-up music or something like that. I am quite pleased that I managed to do the entire Void Entity fight without save scumming and with no losses. It's a tough fight, though. No joke. It's quite the fight. Alright, launching it to the middle of nowhere. I don't want anyone messing with the twisted meat. And that freed up a lot of space. So we're very low on vegetables for... yeah, we're very low on vegetables and meat. Some of the butchery has helped a bit, but we're pretty behind on what we need. The bulk of traders should patch the gaps of our supply, though, I hope. Oh, the Mega Sloth exited the map tile. That's a bummer. The floor hasn't really returned yet, has it? Oh, good. Are they gonna kill each other and me not get the honor? How do... So I have a problem. I need to suppress someone's mental break. Maybe Words of Serenity? The issue is, like, most of my people would instantly murder these prisoners. So I gotta be real careful about how I handle that. Peters, if you have another berserk break, you are gonna lose leg privilege. Just warning Peters ahead of time. I don't have any herbal meds? Alright, I'll kick them up to standard. Good call. And then, to remedy that lack of meds, plant some heal root. Probably none of this heal root's going to be harvestable before the end of the stream, but I don't know. At least I'm trying. Maybe we can buy some from the Balkos trader. Ooh, we're getting raided. Breach raid of Impids. So for the breaching, they're coming through the mountain here. So I'm going to convene my people here. Also, I do have an orbital bombardment targeter. Guero, you're holding that, right? Yeah. That's maybe something I end up using here. 82 breachers? I know. I was expecting more. Normally I get like over 100. It's kind of insulting that they haven't given me over 100. They think I'm so weak. How much longer is Daedora in this pod for? 8 hours? Okay. Well, you're gonna go for a secret attack. This should be fun. Well, at least there's nothing to clean up. Ah, yes. Who takes the trash out? Talk about overkill? I know, I deleted their corpses. Not only that, but then all of the traders came in as a result. Absolutely obliterated. That was just like, that was perfection. They dug themselves into a hole here, and then I was like, oh, you're cornered? Don't mind if I do. Is this a bigger map than normal? Normally I play the large maps, but not very large. So yes. Actually, this might just be a 250-250. Give me a sec. I'll dig into my save game files and answer you properly. Takes a minute to open up the save game file. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 11th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow guardsmen.